There are 5 levels of using AI, but most of you are stuck at level 1 or level 2 at max. And that is the gap between you and the person who's using AI to make money passively, to automate everything in their life, and number 3, just live the best version of their life. Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma, and today let me break down the 5 levels of using AI. Which level are you at? Let me know below in the comment section, and let's quickly get started. The action point at the end of this video is for you to level up from level 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 in the next coming few weeks. Make sure that you watch till the end, take notes as much as possible, and let's start with the first and the most boring way to use AI. The first stage of using AI is chatting with it. You use ChatGPT to ask one question. You go to Claude, you ask it to plan your Goa itinerary, or you're creating a breakup text using Gemini. These are all very surface level ways to use AI. Powerful ones, however, you're missing out on 90% of what AI can give you. You have a question to ask, you just pull out ChatGPT and ask a simple question. You want it to research something for you, you pull it out and ask it to give you 5 recommendations for movies to watch, 5 places to visit, how to do something, how to apply for a visa, how to sign up for a particular service, how to read books for free, whatever it could be. You're just asking how-to questions on ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, any of those apps. Most people are here. What is the problem with it? You are missing out on so much more that AI has to offer. But many of you have already realized that. That's where you move on to the second stage of using AI, and that is multi-modal AI. So now you're not just a chatter, you're actually a power user of AI. So here you're using ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, but you're asking it to generate images for you. You're asking it to generate PDFs for you. You're asking it to create docs for you. You're asking it to research, do deep research, and come up with more information. You're asking it to go above the most basic use and do something extra for you. You started learning how to write better prompts. You've understood you need to give role to the AI, you need to set the context about yourself and the problem, and then you need to give it the expectation. How do you want the output to be? So you know how all of this works. You are a power user. You're doing a great job with AI, but you're still not there. The top 1% people are using AI to do so much more than what you are doing right now. Most people don't even know level 4 and 5 exists. That is the problem. But don't worry, I'll tell you more about these, but keep watching till the very end. Okay, so that's the second level. At this level, you think that you are doing everything right with AI, but here's the problem. You start believing on AI too much. You ask it to create a PDF. You ask it to solve your assignment. You ask it to analyze an image and give you information about it. And you start trusting it too much. You ask it deeper questions. And you get to a point at which you don't even consider asking a human about this question. You simply have a query, a problem in your life, and just ask AI. You're basically a promptstitute. Whatever AI says, you accept it, copy and paste, and move on with your life. And that is where the real problem starts. Because ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini don't know the full context of your life. They don't even know what's going on from other people's perspectives in your life. So stop taking life decisions based on your chats with AI. And this was actually highlighted by an Anthropic study, which they did after scanning over 1.5 million conversations with Claude. Have a look at that study. There's a lot of interesting stuff to unpack over there. And now before getting into level 3, let me show you an AI workspace that will help you build stuff 10x faster. Miro now has an MCP server, basically a direct bridge between your entire workspace and any AI tool you're using. Connect it with Claude Code or any AI agent and watch it map your entire code base into a diagram all inside of Miro automatically. You can create docs, tables, and much more. This gives your team complete context so everyone knows what needs to be built next. It works with all the popular coding tools like Cursor, Replit, Lovable, OpenAI Codex, Claude Code, and more. Most people are still copy-pasting context into new chat windows. Same code base, same explanation, but over and over again. And Miro fixes that by being the single source of truth for the whole project, because the entire canvas is the prompt. And that's the difference between using AI and actually building with AI. And also check out Miro with the link in the description if you want to build stuff 10x faster than ever before. So now you move on to the next level, and that is where you start becoming a context engineer. You understand that the better context you provide, the better response you receive. And that is the most important unlock. So you start creating projects on Claude, you start creating custom GPTs, you start creating skills in which you are teaching Claude exactly how you want something to be done. You don't just want any infographic. You want an infographic in a whiteboard format with a black sketch pen. Everything should be visual. So giving it context and getting better outputs from it. This is really smart. You're now leveling up. You're now creating much better outputs. Most people who say that, oh, AI cannot replace this or AI cannot do my job, that is where you get it wrong. You're not creating Claude skills. You're not teaching Claude how you do something. And because of that, you're not getting the best outputs. But people who are genuinely doing great work know how to teach Claude everything about you. Like I have taught Claude everything about how I create thumbnails. So when I have one YouTube video, I press enter on my Claude project and it creates 10 different thumbnail concepts for how my thumbnail could be like for this particular video. I send all of those thumbnail options to Higgsfield and generate 10 different video thumbnails. And then I pick the one that I like and I move on with it. Another way I use context engineering is to set up my own Claude project for creating my reel scripts. So every reel script I create has the first draft made with AI. So I enter all of my raw information, the news or any particular study into that Claude project. It understands it and creates the first draft of my Instagram reel. Then I make tweaks to it. I adjust some words. I adjust the hook. And then I teach it that this is what I prefer. So it now learns and gets better over time. Maybe you're trying to use NotebookLM to learn a few new things. There's a friend of mine who chats with Mukesh Ambani, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg for free without ever meeting them. How? He basically takes all of their talks on YouTube, they take all of their podcasts and dumps it into a NotebookLM project. And now with this project, he basically has the entire thought process of these people. And now he can just chat with them that, hey, if you were in my shoes, what would Mukesh Ambani do? If you were in my shoes, what would Elon Musk do? And because it has so much context about all of their interviews, it knows exactly what to answer. That is a powerful way to use AI, but we're still not there at the 5th level. And please watch for that. That is what the context engineer looks like at stage 3. The 4th stage of using AI, this is where it gets interesting. You are now starting to automate things. You've learned about context, you've learned about how to use better prompts, but now you want to start automating stuff in your life. That's where you start downloading Claude Co-work. You start using Claude Code. You start using NA10. You are now setting up basic automations. You go on Claude Co-work and ask it to do something on your desktop, and then you set it up as a scheduled workflow. For example, on my laptop, every time I open it, 10 a.m. every day, Claude Co-work goes to my browser. It uses Claude and Chrome extension, goes to x.com and finds the 10 most viral tweets in the space of AI, and then uses that to create 10 different reel scripts that I can use for the next video on my channel. I can pick 3 of them, I can shoot them, and I can instantly start going viral. I can save a lot of my time every day just like that. That's just one example of an automation you can create. Scheduled workflows on Claude allow you to automate pretty much everything out there. You can do the same thing with the help of OpenAI's Codex, which is a new app that they've launched. They've revamped the whole thing. It allows you to do everything that Claude Co-work does. Plus, you can run agents in parallel. You can assign them tasks. And that is the best part about it. But we're not there yet. This is the 4th stage. It's called being the automator. This is where you're automating everything. You're using tools like NA10 to drag and drop different services, connecting different services through APIs, and creating a way for you to get things done faster and accomplish more every single day. But now let me tell you the most exciting way to use AI in 2026, and this is what creates the most amount of value for anyone. And it's called being the agent builder. So you're no longer creating just normal automations. You are no longer just giving context. You are no longer writing better prompts or using multi-modal capabilities. In fact, you're using AI to create products. You're using AI to vibe code new apps, add a payment gateway, and launch it on the Play Store. See, Claude Co-work and scheduled workflows is great for creating personal automations. But if you want to start selling automations to companies, That's where the fifth stage comes. Here, you're creating automations and agents that you can sell to companies which are hosted on the cloud, which get executed every single day on a particular trigger. You're starting to make money with AI. Companies are paying you thousands of dollars for training their employees for AI, for helping them set AI agents, and ultimately using AI to automate everything. You're also starting to create AI influencers. You can now do this. Cdance 2.0 is the latest video generation model, and it is insane what people are doing with it. You can use Nano Banana to create a simple image of an influencer, use Cdance to automate and create a video of that influencer doing anything, dancing or making a day in the life video, and then post it on Instagram and start creating a following for this influencer. And once you have enough followers for this AI influencer, you start doing brand deals, you start creating a private members only channel. You create these ways to monetize. There are people literally making thousands of dollars right now without letting anyone know that these profiles are AI. It is insane what is happening today. I am seeing this every day and it blows my mind why some people in India still want to do something like a UPSC. They want to still compete in tough exams with not much ROI like IIT JEE. Well, there's so much opportunity lying on the table today and you're still missing out on all of that. Well, this was the video about the 5 levels of using AI. Which level are you at? Let me know below in the comment section. If you want to learn how to really make automations and agents, I've made an entire video about that over here. Go watch that. Also, there's a video about me teaching you everything you need to know about Claude. It's a really powerful video. You'll learn everything from scratch in a much more detailed version than this video. Go watch that. If you're still watching, write in the comment section, I watched till the very end, and I'll see you in the next one.